Nabisco, National Biscuit Company. For over 50 years, makers of America's finest ready-to-eat cereal, Nabisco Shredded Wheat, and dozens of your favorite cookies, such as Sugar Honey Grahams, presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Kukla? Ollie? Kukla? Anybody? Oh, this can't be. Kukla? Ollie?
Oh, hello, Francis.
Hi, Fletch.
You need some help? Something wrong?
Did
Anything
you
wrong?
know, in the Mirror, Sidney Field's column, Buelah is back.
Oh, yes. Didn't you know that?
Why, no, I didn't know.
Oh, dear me, sir, that's too bad. Yes, she came back. Well, we didn't disturb you, Francis. Well, as a matter of fact, I believe you were out when she came back. Oh, my, it was quite a hubbub.
Come back today?
Yes. Well, last night. Well, I guess it was this morning. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was it was so confusing.
Well, just tell me where she was, Fletch.
Oh, gracious sakes. Francis, that is a story. That is a real story. I didn't see her. I've only talked to her on the telephone. I called her room. But, dear me, she must have seen Mr. Field, evidently.
Well, yes, this is a whole column here.
Well, anyway, dear me, says it certainly was an experience.
Well,
really.
where was she, dear?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get to, there were so many interruptions. But she said, now I said, Buelah, you tell me, Fletcher Rabbit, exactly what you were doing this entire period that you were missing. And so she began her story. Oh, my. It was really a sad one. I just wish I could have taken it down in shorthand.
Well, you must remember something about it, Fletch.
Yes, I do. She must be a very changed girl. She must be.
Is she really?
Well, it seems she just raced right out of Chicago that night when the accident to Ollie's hair occurred. And she hopped a freight.
A freight? Really?
Yes, she got on the plane just like that.
A plane? But
yeah,
you said
freight.
a freight.
No, the freight plane.
Oh, a freight plane. Gee, I didn't know you could do that.
Well, she can. We can.
Oh, I see.
She did it with a broomstick. And she rode, I believe, on the wing. All the way. Well, now, I don't know just exactly where she landed, but I understand that it was somewhere up north, but still within the limits of continental North America. And yeah, I guess it was a freight plane bringing food to the Eskimos. Now, this is as far as I got, because at that particular moment, I had left the water running in the bathroom, drawing my bath,
Yeah.
And at that particular moment, it seemed that it was not only going to go in the bathtub, but all over my hotel room.
Oh, certainly.
So I had to quick sign off and turn off the water.
Sure, of course you would.
So I didn't get any more of the story.
Well,
So I
Fletcher,
certainly ruined the rug. Oh, my.
Really?
Oh, it's just terrible.
Well, that's too bad.
I'm still sopping up. I walk, and when I come in at night, now I walk in, it goes...
Oh, that's miserable.
It really is.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, you must be sure now.
But good for the flowers.
On the rug?
No, didn't you know I'm raising orchids in my room?
No, really?
Oh, yes, it's a new hobby of mine.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, it's very grand.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you'll have to get more of the story from other people, because I've got to rush now.
Well, you go right
going to
ahead,
stop
dear.
a little more.
Well, be careful. Drive me crazy.
Hey, Fran, did you hear the news?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad.
Isn't it a fabulous thing?
What?
You know, well, the way she left.
Oh, yes.
Fletcher said she dashed out of the house immediately after the accident.
Yeah.
And she took, what did she hopped a freight.
Oh, did she?
Plane.
I didn't know about that.
Yes.
But I knew
Rode
she...
on the wing and sold something to the Eskimos. What was it?
Oh, well, I didn't hear that part of the story. I heard about when she arrived in Hawaii.
Was she there?
She was in Hawaii.
Oh, that's not the way I got it at all.
Oh, yes. She won first prize in a surf riding contest.
She did?
Yes, and I didn't see her. I just talked to her over the phone. But she looked, I guess she just must look wonderful because she said that she was just a golden brown all over.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Isn't that wonderful? I'm so glad that she
Well, the trip undoubtedly did a lot for her.
Yeah, I think it did.
Gee, that's great.
She's been out all afternoon, but I think she's coming home pretty soon. I thought maybe if you wouldn't mind in a little while, I've got some Nabisco vanilla wafers, and you know how she loves them.
Well, yes. I'll fix a little plate for her.
I thought you could fix a little plate full for her and a nice glass of milk.
I'll be happy
A
to.
nice little snack because, Buelah, for all her adventures and everything, I'm sure she's glad to be home, and I'm sure she missed us a lot.
I hope she did. I missed her.
Nabisco vanilla wafers are kind of I don't know, they're kind of home-like. They remind me of home, kind of. And of the pantry and of good things to eat and nice snacks. So if you do that, I'd appreciate it.
Just set them down where I can get them.
All right,
dear,
I'll
and
put
I
them
will.
back here, dear.
Okay.
Where are you going with those?
Yeah, I'm just going to fix... Well, I'm already working on something. Hello, Francis.
Hello.
Oh, darling, haven't you heard? Hasn't it been exciting?
Oh, she really had a trip, didn't
Oh,
she?
I'll tell you in that wonderful part about the...
Hawaii and the surfboard?
Oh, that must have been earlier or later. Because, I don't...
The Eskimo part?
No, I didn't hear about the Eskimo. I only talked to her a short time over the phone. I was terribly busy. But I do remember the part. Really, now, can you imagine? Can you imagine? At this time of the year, you know, it just doesn't seem possible to me.
Well, Hawaii is very beautiful this time of
Well,
year.
I'm not talking about that, about Mount Everest.
Was she there?
Oh, yes. She reached the summit.
Honestly?
Oh, yes, darling. She's going to be awarded the Explorer's Medal and all that sort of thing.
Isn't that fabulous?
Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, yes.
I'm so excited. Darling, I can't stand here and talk because I'm making her favorite dessert.
Really?
Yes, it's out of Nabisco vanilla wafers. I'm making an icebox cake for her.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
The
That's
recipe
lovely.
is right on the box. You know.
Yes.
Just follow it.
Oh, you follow it closely
Yes,
because
I-
she does love it.
I will,
And it
darling.
is delicious.
I'll see you a little later.
Fine. Isn't that wonderful?
Francis, have you heard the news?
Well, I've heard a little about it.
Isn't it exciting?
You know she's going to get an Explorer's Medal,
She is.
reach
My
the
gracious,
summit,
I
and
didn't
she...
think you won that for ballet dancing.
Belly dancer?
Yes.
I didn't
She's
hear
the
it.
toast of Paris.
Really?
Oh, yes. Paris, Copenhagen, and Stockholm.
Honestly?
Oh, yes, and she's had her hair all done. Of course, I haven't seen her, but I talked to her on the telephone, and she said, she told me, I asked her if she looked the same. She said, no, she hadn't looked the same. She had her hair all cut off.
All cut off?
All cut off, and it's dyed bright green yellow.
Gee, she didn't have very much to begin with, and it died?
Well, it's tinted, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But, and she says it's sun-bleached and everything. That's from the skiing in Switzerland.
Was she there?
Well, I guess so. After she finished her triumphant tour in Paris, she, I guess, went to, and Stockholm and Copenhagen. She went to Switzerland. I do believe it was Switzerland. Yes, it was Switzerland. She was skiing there. It's wonderful. Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Well,
I
it's
think that's magnificent.
I should say it is.
I'm very, very proud of her.
Yeah, she's a very thorough person, isn't she?
She'll be alive. Very changed when we see her, I imagine.
That's what they say.
Well,
Surprised she hasn't called me. We were always pretty close, I thought.
well, I know. I don't believe that she knew you were in, Francis, and I know she wants to talk to you and see you, but she'll be in pretty soon.
I just wonder how she got so many places and which place she could have visited first.
Well, you know that Buelah witch, she can get all over
She
the
goes
place.
clockwise and counterclockwise at the same time, doesn't she?
You bet. She does.
Amazing.
Well, excuse me, honey. I've got a couple things to do.
Sure.
Fran?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Hello,
I
Mercedes.
haven't seen you since you got back.
I know I haven't seen you either.
Who made that wonderful banana pudding out of the Nabisco vanilla wafers?
Well, I don't know who made that. Madame Oglepus was working on an icebox cake
Who for?
for Buelah.
Oh, and wasn't that wonderful?
Oh, yes. Have you seen Buelah?
Well, I just talked to her over the phone, but boy, I certainly would like to have been in that scout troop.
Scout troop?
Mm-hmm. The one she led across the long trail, the Appalachian Range. She did the whole thing in 3 days.
Is that fabulous?
Yeah. I wish I could.
Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts?
Girl Scouts.
That doesn't sound like Buelah. What else?
Oh, just that. My gracious, that's a long trip, you know.
Well, yes, it isn't.
Starts way down in Georgia. But isn't it wonderful?
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh, I can hardly wait to see her. I bet she looks wonderful.
They say she is. Her hair's a brilliant green and yellow.
Really?
Cut very short.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, I'll see you around.
Okay, Mr. B. Fine.
Fran!
Yes,
Fran!
yes.
Hey, have you heard the news?
Oh, yes, and it's so great.
Isn't it great? Oh, wow-wee.
She led a scout troop. She won a surfboard contest.
Before or after she had her face lifted?
Had her face lifted?
Oh, yeah. Didn't you know?
Who would take it? Well, I heard all kinds of wonderful things she did. She led a scout trip, the Appalachian. Well, say something.
I can't. You got me stumped.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a wonderful thing. She's been
We're
in
even now.
She's been in Hawaii. She's been in Paris. She's been everywhere. Isn't that great? But she's home now.
Yeah.
Changed girl that she is. She's home.
Yeah, I can hardly wait to see her.
Oh, nor I.
Yeah, I think it was very smart of her. I think it would be smart of all of us, to take a few weeks off and rest up and
I know I'd love to.
gosh, imagine that. Having your face lifted and then down on the beach at Florida resting for the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Be just great.
Just heavenly.
Just heavenly. Well, she'll be home pretty soon.
Oh, I hope so.
Let's welcome her home with a great big welcome home.
Oh, I'll be so glad to see her.
I hope she's wearing a flower or something so I know who she is.
Well, I'll know her by her green and yellow hair.
Yeah. Kukla told me she took voice lessons, too.
Really?
She's auditioning for the Met. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, she may as well have a whirl at it.
Oh, that's our girl.
Oh, what a remarkable character.
I'll see you later,
Mhm.
Fran.
All my life I've wanted to do things like that. Just never had the courage. Buelah just hops
Who
up.
would want it? I just got what you said.
Oh. Well, I just say them. I don't explain them. Great.
Well, hello, Francis.
Well, hello, Buelah.
How are you?
Why, I'm pretty good.
That's good. Missed you.
Missed you, too. Let me see your head.
What's the matter, dear?
Let me see it from the side.
Well, I'm just the same old Buelah.
Just plain Buelah.
Just plain every day, same old Buelah.
How was it in Hawaii?
Oh, stories have spread a little bit, huh? Well, honey, the way I felt was that there was so much hue and cry. See, all the time I was really in Chicago. I just went in and slammed my door that night, and nobody ever bothered to find out if I was there. I even helped you pack, but you didn't see me. You were in such a hurry to get away. So I felt as long as all this trouble was going on, I might as well make a good story of it.
Wondered why I had nothing but left shoes in this bag.
Hope you don't mind, dear, because I'm glad to be home.
Buelah, I'm so happy to have you back.
Let's not tell anybody about all these fancy stories. Let's just keep them to ourselves, shall we, dear?
Oh, we'll never get out of the family at all.
Good. Will you join me in a song?
Why, I'd love to.
Remember, the Nabisco seal on the outside means better flavor inside. Nabisco!
Anything baked by Nabisco, National Biscuit Company, is bound to be good. And that goes for delicious Nabisco Sugar Honey Grahams in the 3-in-1 inner seal pack that keeps them bakery fresh. Children are always hungry for these crisp golden grahams with the real honey flavor. And look at this luscious meringue cream pie with a crunchy graham cracker crust. Easiest you ever made. Look for the directions on the package. And when you buy these delicious Nabisco Sugar Honey Grahams, look for the money-back offer on display at your grocer's. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Buelah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is John Natalie.
And this is Burr Tillstrom. And Cecil Bill, after she finishes the modeling course, she's going to start being an engineer for a railroad. Then after that...
Kukla, Fran and Ollie has been brought to you from New York by Nabisco, National Biscuit Company. For 50 years, makers of America's finest ready-to-eat cereal, Nabisco shredded wheat, and dozens of your favorite cookies, such as Sugar Honey Graham.